again, and welcome back, everybody, to another powerful episode of the Ask the Doc Life Lessons podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Dr. V, and today we are diving into a topic that sparks fascination, curiosity, and for some, even mystery. Where do the wealthy really keep their money? You've probably heard the phrase, the rich don't work for money, money works for them. That's true, but it's only half the story. The wealthy also know how to structure, protect, and strategically position their wealth so it grows safely, quietly, and efficiently. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal some really good stuff. The 12 places the wealthy hide, or more accurately, store and protect their money. About 20 years ago, I used to do 3/4 of these recommendations. So it'll be interesting to see how well it's received by my audience. If you don't know how to protect your money, you won't keep any. That's basically the bottom line. Most people think wealth building is just about earning more money. That's silly. Absolutely not true. But the wealthy understand something the average person doesn't get. Wealth is built by how you structure your money, not just how you make it. They use tax advantage accounts, diversified asset classes, and strategic vehicles that shelter their wealth from things such as taxes, inflation, market volatility, legal risk, and even economic downturns. That's the difference between the wealthy and the not wealthy. Understanding these options are going to help you do a few things. One, build long-term wealth for sure. Reduce your tax structures. I don't know about you, but I hate paying taxes. I pay it, but I can't stand it. It reduces risk for sure, and you'll be able to gain financial confidence as time goes on. Today's episode could change the way you think about money forever, truly, so pay attention. Now, as usual in every episode, I have to throw out the infamous disclaimer. This episode is for educational purposes only and is not financial, tax, legal, or investment advice. Always, always, always consult a licensed professional before making any investment or tax-related decisions. Okay, so what are the 12 places the wealthy hide their money or protect their money? Let's get into the real good stuff here. Number one, index funds and ETFs, especially tax-efficient ones. Simple, boring, but consistent. The wealthy love funds that track the S&P 500 or the total stock market because they offer a few things. Low fees, diversification for sure, tax efficiency, and long-term compounding, which is what wealth is all about. This is the foundation of many wealthy portfolios. Number two, municipal bonds. I personally don't like bonds, but many of the wealthy use it as a hedge against inflation. These are tax-free bonds issued by cities and states. The wealthy use municipal bonds for predictable income, tax-free interest, low volatility for sure. That's why people use bonds. They are especially attractive to high-income earners in very high tax states, for sure. So if you're in California, New York, New Jersey, this is for you. Number three, real estate, especially off-market or multi-unit properties. Real estate remains one of the primary wealth protectors because it offers cash flow, appreciation, tax deductions, and most importantly, leverage and inflation protection, for sure. The wealthy often use LLCs or trusts for privacy and liability protection. Now, number four is private equity and venture capital. Access to pre-IPO companies or high-growth private businesses is super important. OpenAI is supposed to be doing an IPO. I will buy it as soon as it's available to me. These investments are riskier but offer enormous upside. They're typically inaccessible to the general public unless you're an accredited investor, which of course I am, and I'm hoping many of you are. Number five, offshore accounts and international banking. Contrary to the Hollywood movies that are out there, this is legal when it's done properly. Again, consult a CPA, a tax attorney, etc. before you do this. Wealthy individuals use jurisdictions like Switzerland, Singapore, or Cayman Islands. I've done Switzerland and Cayman Islands over the years for diversification, currency protection, and privacy. It's stashing money overseas. Number 6, gold, silver, and other precious metals, often stored in vaults or safety boxes, safe box at the bank. These are used as a hedge against recession and inflation. Many wealthy individuals don't keep metals at home. They keep them in private vaults for confidentiality and security purposes. Number 7, life insurance, especially cash value policies. The wealthy use things like whole life, index universal life, and variable universal life. If you're looking for just straight life insurance, you got to go with term insurance. But why do the wealthy use these other ones? Because these policies will allow something that term policies won't. Tax-free growth, tax-free borrowing, and asset protection for sure. It'll also even help with estate planning for sure. It's not about insurance. It's about tax-protected financial strategies. Number 8, trusts, irrevocable dynasty trusts, asset protection trusts. I have an irrevocable trust, and I'm in the process of actually doing a dynasty trust also. I also have a life insurance trust. This is important stuff. Trusts allow us to protect our assets from lawsuits, control the distribution, eliminate the whole nonsense with the government, reduce estate taxes, and maintain your privacy. Trusts are one of the most powerful financial tools available. So get one once you have some money in the bank. Number 9, artwork, collectibles, and even hard assets. Wealthy individuals turn to fine art, rare watches, classic cars, wine collections, and antiquities. I personally own 3 classic cars, and I do it for that reason. These hold or increase in value and are often not correlated to the stock market in any way. Number 10, tax advantage retirement accounts. Yes, even the wealthy max out retirement accounts such as Roth IRAs. I'm a big believer in the Roth IRA. I'm not a believer in a traditional 401k or a traditional IRA because at the back end, you have to pay so much in taxes. I use Roth. You also solo 401ks, a SEP, Simple Employment Program, IRA. Why? Because these tax-free and tax-deferred, they grow tax-free on our foundational tools in wealth preservation. I have a 401k and I have a few other of these vehicles. So I'm telling you, I'm preaching to the choir here. Number 11, business ownership. This is one of the biggest hidden storage places for wealth. Businesses allow tax benefits, equity growth, cash flow, and generational wealth transfer. I have currently 3 businesses that I transfer money between for this reason. Many wealthy people own multiple businesses, sometimes ones you would never expect. Number 12, this one I'm not so sure of. I haven't really delved into this too much, but the wealthy do. Farmland, timberland, and raw land. This is a quiet but extremely powerful wealth storage strategy. Why? Because it grows in value, it produces income, it has a low correlation to the stock market, and also provides many tax benefits. Land is one of the oldest and most stable stores of wealth in human history. In Montana, I have a ton of land because it's cheaper than any other state that I was able to find. If you want to learn more about where and how the wealthy protect their assets, check out these resources. The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley, a great book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, as I've mentioned in other podcast episodes, I've read it 3 times, by Robert Kiyosaki. The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. You could also go to irs.gov for legitimate information on tax advantage accounts. There's also books on trusts by trust and estate planning attorneys who would also help you in this field. Today, we uncovered 12 of the most common places the wealthy store, protect, and grow their money. Always remember, Wealth isn't just about your income. That's a fallacy. It's not true. It's about structure, strategy, tax efficiency, and long-term thinking. By far, the wealthy build systems that protect their money whether the market goes up or goes down. They use a hedging strategy. And now, so can you. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Ask the Doc Life Lessons podcast. If you found this valuable, please share it with someone who needs this knowledge. This is Dr. V reminding you that wisdom is the first investment, for sure. And this is now Dr. V signing off till next time.